Namaste students, welcome to social class. Today we are going to discuss the previous lesson which we were discussing yesterday, people as a resource. In this chapter, people as a resource, we were discussing about how the people of a country has been referred as human capital, and what is the meaning of capital and what is the meaning of resource. Already yesterday we discussed what is the meaning of resource, right? What is meant by resource? A resource is something which is used to produce something, isn't it? If we want to produce something, we need something as a raw material. So if we have used something to produce some goods, in the sense that particular things have been known as the raw materials have been used, that thing will be known as resource. So here in a particular country, if a group of people are engaged in producing some kind of goods or services without being idle, isn't it? If they are producing goods and services and they are helping to or providing goods and services to the economy, in the sense they are considered as human resource, and like this people of a country has been referred as human as or people as a resource. So here in this lesson, people as resource, people of a country has been confirmed or they have been referred as asset and rather than liability. What is meant by liability? Already we discussed what is meant by asset. What is meant by liability? Liability is nothing but being a state of useless, or being like a burden for one thing or to others, being burden to others. Okay, to understand this particular topic or concept, I'll give you one small example. Okay, just imagine you have one tailoring machine at your home. Okay, so what you have one tailoring machine at your home, and that particular tailoring machine is used by your sister or your mother. So what your mother and sister are going to produce with that? Definitely dresses for you, a beautiful dresses for you, right? If they are using that continuously, you will be getting new dresses or new pattern of dresses, or it can be used to stitch some clothes in your home. For example, just imagine nobody knows to use tailoring machine at your home, maybe your sister or your mother, but still it is there at your home. Just simply it is lying at your home in a corner. Then what happens? It will be lying simply at your home and it occupies one particular corner in your home, and it is lying simply. And after 1 year, what will happen to that particular tailoring machine? So it will be rusted. Why? Because no one is using that. If no one is using that, what happens? It will become as unproductive thing. It will become unproductive thing. So that particular unproductive thing which will be considered as liability to that particular home, because it is not producing anything, any production or any goods, isn't it? So I hope you have understood the meaning between the what is that liability and resource. Now the same thing will be considered, it can be compared to the people of particular nation. So if people of a nation are continuously working and they have many things, they have producing many things, and with the things which will be very useful for the economy, then it will be considered as, the group of people will be considered as assets of that particular country, isn't it? So in the same way, how people will turn, or how the people will change as human capital, or how can we the human beings are turned as a resource? It can be made only through investing in human capital. What kind of investment that we have to do? Investment like education, training, medical care, and good nutritious food. So do you think these things are new to us? These are new concept, like how this education and training, medical care are considered as investment. Yes, it is a form of investment only. How a particular company or firm need investment to produce some goods and services, people also needed to be invested in them in the form of education, good health, good nutritious food, as well as training, isn't it? So, to understand this, we have two stories in your book. We have two stories in your book, that is story of Sakal and story of Vilas. So, when you go through the lesson, you just go through this, and before that, I'll give you the introduction of this particular stories. Let's understand the story of Sakal first. Story of Sakal. So, what is mean by or what is there in the story of Sakal? There were two friends, Vilas and Sakal, living in the same village. Who are the two friends? Sakal and Vilas, and they both are living in the same village, that is known as Simapur. Okay. Sakal was 12 years old boy. What is the age of Sakal? He was 12 years old boy, and his mother Sheila looked after domestic chores, and his father Bhuta Chaudhary, he worked in an agricultural field. Where his father is working? His father is working in a agricultural field. Sakal helped his family and his mother in domestic chores because he is a 12 years old boy. So he can't go for any other work. So how he is helping her mother? He is working in the domestic chores, and he also looked after his younger brother Jitu and sister Situ. He has two, one brother and one sister, Jitu and Situ. Okay. His uncle Sham had passed the matriculation examination. So he has his uncle at home, and he have passed the matriculation examination, but he was sitting idle in the house. But what his uncle is doing? He is sitting idle in the house, as he had no job, because he didn't get any job. So because of that, what he is doing? He is just sitting idle at his home. Then Bhuta and Sheila, they were eager to teach Sakal. Both the parents of Sakal, they are eager to teach Sakal. He wanted to send him to the school. They forced him to join the village school, which he has soon joined. Then after some time, he have been joined to the school in their village itself, and he started studying and completed his higher secondary examination. Then what he did? He started studying and he completed his higher secondary examination from the school, and his father persuaded him to continue his studies. So after he completed his secondary education, what happened? His father, he just made him to go for higher studies. Okay. Then he raised a loan for Sakal to study a vocational course in computers. Then what happened? Because this family is not very much wealthier or rich family, what Sakal's father did? Sakal father, he raised a loan for the study of vocational course in computers. For whom sake? This is for Sakal. Okay. And Sakal was meritorious, and he interested in studies from the beginning. And how was Sakal? He was meritorious. He was very good in his studies, and he has very good interest in studies from the beginning. Not only now and then, he had such a good interest in studies from the beginning. Okay. So with a great vigor and enthusiasm, he completed his course. After some time, he got a job in private firm. He even designed a new kind of software, and this software helped him to increase the sale of the firm. So his boss acknowledged his service and rewarded him with a promotion. Okay. So here we have understood how a story of Sakal was, and how the investment of education have made him to become or to get a good position in his life, isn't it? So what you can understand by this? Not only good nutritious food or encouragement alone will help the people to become or to achieve something. It is very much needed that investment kind of education must be there in the life of people. Now, next understand the story of Vilas. Vilas was also residing in a same village. He was an 11 years old boy residing in the same village of Sakal. Okay, Vilas' father was Mahesh and he was a fisherman. His father passed away when he was only 2 years old. When Vilas was 2 years old, his father passed away, and his mother Geeta sold fish to earn money to feed the family. She bought fish from the landowner's pond and sold it in the nearby mandi. And she could earn only rupees 150 a day by selling fish. And Vilas became a patient of arthritis, and he was not normal. He was a patient of arthritis, and his mother could not afford to take him to the doctor. You just note this point. He was not taken to the doctor because her mother could not afford that kind of facility. Okay, after this he could not go to the school either. He did not go to the school either, and he was not interested in studies. More or less, he was not at all interested to study. So because of that, he didn't go to the school. He was not interested in studies, so he didn't go to the school. And he helped his mother in cooking and also looked after his younger brother Mohan. And after some time, his mother fell sick and there was no one to look after her. Then what happened? There was no one in the family to support them. Vilas too was forced to sell fish in the same village, and he, like his mother, earned only a very meager income. So here we have to understand the two families are two situations where investment has been made and investment has been not made in the human capital. So in the first story of Sakal, some investment has been made. What kind of investment has been made? Investment like a good education along with that good health and nutritious food, right? So when we come to the second story of Vilas, here no investment has been made. So there was no investment like education or in the form of good health, because we understood and we read that Vilas was a patient of arthritis and he was not went to the doctor also. Why? Because their family was very much poor. So when these kind of particular investment was not made in human capital, then what happened? Vilas was forcefully he was involved in the same work which has been taken by her mother. But when we look at towards Sakal, he was not taken the same work or same occupation how his father was involved, isn't it? So his father was an agriculturist, and now Sakal has been worked in a company and he was earning more than his father. So why this difference has been done? Only because of the investment which have been made in human capital. So students, it is very much important that we have to get education properly. Along with education, we must be very strong and healthier, and along with that, after completing our education, we have to get some training to produce a particular produce or outcome, isn't it? So that's all for today. Tomorrow we will discuss some other topics about this. Thank you, students.